Hey, yo, thank you for tuning in to No Flag Radio. I'm your host, P. Good seeing y'all today. Hope y'all doing good and shit. Today we talking about a brother named Chester Jackson, who was roughhoused by the police out there in Burleson County. And now he's on life support. The police threw him up against a steel bed, which he bounced off and hit a toilet bowl, a steel toilet bowl inside of a prison cell. And we want to look into that story, look into the video. We also want to look at these cop oversight groups who are supposed to be watching cops after they do dirt, and people put the pressure on the cops like, cop, why the fuck you do the dirt? So let's get to the story real quick. Okay. So here it is. It says, I did not throw you, Texas inmate hospitalized after officer shoves him, video shows. They make sure to put inmate up there. You bitch. We gonna see what the fuck this is. First line. He was supposed to serve 1 day in jail for public intoxication. That ain't no inmate, bitch. 2 days later, 30-year-old Chester Jackson was on life support, according to ABC7. Jackson's family attorney, U.A. Lewis, said Jackson was arrested on April 19th in front of his home and then taken to Burleson County Jail in Caldwell, Texas, News One reported. When his mother went to pick him up the next day, officials would not release him. 2 days later, Jackson's family says they were informed that he was in an Austin hospital on life support. No, don't say fucking Austin. God damn it. Jackson's condition is now stable, but he has a visible wound on the outside of his head and is not yet talking. That's a big fucking thing. He's not yet speaking. God damn it. On Tuesday, video emerged of a Burleson County police officer shoving a handcuffed Jackson. He didn't shove him. He fucking threw him, as I'm going to show you in the video. It wasn't no shove. It was a callous throw. According to KBTX, which first obtained the video shows the officer throwing Jackson and stating instead that he failed, Jackson's lawyer says. So the lawyer clearing up the bullshit, keeping it clear so y'all don't be getting off on no tangent. Keep it real. Jackson bounces off a metal bed and appears to hit his head against a toilet. He didn't appear, he did hit his head against a toilet, and it's not just a toilet, it's a fucking steel toilet. If you ever be in a fucking prison cell or a jail cell, it's a fucking steel toilet. Period. So don't be swayed to downplay it when you read these stories. Get all the facts, every little detail matters. The officer has been placed on administrative leave, and the Texas Rangers have taken over the investigation. That's part of what this video is about. Let me get into these little oversight groups. The officer involved has not been publicly named because they're hiding him. We see that. The Burleson County Sheriff's Office is dedicated to, okay, so they're just talking about soft-fatting the police, trying to make it seem like they're angels and they do angel shit every day. Let's ignore all of that. I'm not going to read it. A day after the release of the body cam footage, a newly released 911 call is raising eyebrows as how they're trying to frame it in the writing. The call took place April 21st after Jackson was taken to Cross Creek Psychiatric Hospital before he was transferred to an Austin medical facility. The call was between Cross Creek and 911 operators and details how Jackson was sedated and put in a hold after becoming agitated. So basically, in these psychiatric hospitals, they're going to do whatever they want to do. They're going to put you in holds. They're going to do you all kind of dirty. So, and it says, during the event, Jackson stopped breathing and nurses performed CPR. And then paramedics transferred him to St. David's Medical Center in Austin, according to KBTX. Lewis, Jackson's attorney, says she has not been provided any information about Jackson's arrest, the Eagle reported. So the cop is guilty for throwing this man callously against a steel slate. No cushion on the bed, a steel slate. And where he bounced off and hit his head on another steel object until just the cop threw him into a bevy of steel objects, okay, and just didn't give a fuck what happened. And the nurses, they double back on him with violence and put him in holds at a psychiatric hospital. And if somebody has a head injury, he has a wound on the side of his head, which they're already saying he has a wound on the fucking side of his head. We all agree to this. I've seen plenty of cases where people get wounds, get their head injury, get head injuries, and any subsequent trauma to them, to their head or to their area of their body, that area, that can lead to other bad shit happening, like a motherfucker needing to be on life support. Something about a head injury. It's central nervous system. A lot of shit links up to that brain area. We're talking about your fucking brain. Your brain, goddammit. Oxygen to your brain. Life support. Oxygen to your brain. That's what life support is. It's trying to keep your ass alive and breathing. He already wasn't breathing after y'all motherfuckers fucked with him after getting a head injury. So I see a bunch of lawsuits raining down. Let the lawsuits rain down. Brother Jackson, Chester, brother, we send you all our strength. Brother, we want you to be able to enjoy that money, get that money. Your whole family to get that money. Miss Lewis, the lawyer, get that money, baby girl. Everybody get paid because everybody owe y'all. Everybody owe. So let's play the video real quick. Let's get to it. So here's the video. If it'll shut down these other little screens. Oh, that's something I can see, but y'all can't see. Okay. Here we go. Make sure the volume up too. He's acting like this, he don't want him. See that? Do that look like somebody placed somebody up on a bed that they wanted to see in a bed? He's handcuffed. The man don't got on. He has no way to balance himself, no shoes. The cop looked down at his shoe, saw his shoe was off, took the opportunity to throw him. You understand? So that's the excessive force we're talking about. That's the excessive force. I'll leave it there.
Whoa. Hey, you fell. Hey, he threw me, y'all see that, right?
You see the other guys like, hey. You know what I'm saying? But that's the excessive force. So no way no cop should be throwing nobody up against no goddamn steel bed like that. There we go. So we can soak on that imagery. Well, as you see, brother got thrown down by the police. As you see in the video, the cop is not guiding his body to the bed like he should be if he's really trying to sit him in the bed. If he wasn't just trying to throw him around like that. We see that's what he purposely did. We see that, right? And you see how the other cops reacted like, whoa, saying like, yo, you doing too much, officer blankety blank. And he immediately responded, hey, you fell. So his heart got to beating real fast. And he's trying to reprogram them on the fly to the white supremacist injustice narrative of the situation. I know y'all see that shit, right? Of what they just saw with their own two motherfucking eyes. And he said it so casually as if he's said it before when he threw a motherfucker around, is what I'm thinking. So, man, we send you our strength, Brother Jackson. Get well, brother. We know the police officer set off this head injury for you. We know that the nurses tried to come in and try to finish you off. You got a lot of lawsuits coming up, bro. We wish you the best with this, bro. Our strength is going out to you, man. And I'm going to check in with this case from time to time to see what's up. They've pawned this off to the Texas Rangers as far as the police are concerned, and that's what I'm looking at. We know that's a white supremacist fail-safe move. Which brings me to my topic of these cop oversight groups. They're the way that these guilty-ass cops pull off fake transparency and investigations against them. Don't be fooled by that shit. That's a panic move that the police do. And nobody out here is trusting the transparency of the Texas Rangers. Just go to their Twitter. Go to Texas Rangers Twitter and you'll see what the fuck I'm talking about. Everything on their Twitter site is, we back the blue. We back the blue, back the blue, back the blue, back the blue, we black the blue. Okay, so you black the blue. So, okay, because you back the blue, there is no transparency with the Texas Rangers. Zero. These lying, guilty police divisions in Texas, they just use them as a prop for the mainstream media stage so they can kind of angelify the intentions of these race soldier cops out here in front of a potential jury pool to try to make them appear as having integrity in the investigative process. All right? That's what that is. These cops know the mistrust of the cops in America is 100% warranted. It's well placed. And they know the history of where this shit come from, and they've come to terms with their reputation in America, just like everybody else has. But they still want to go down swinging and putting up a facade. And a part of them is on tap to make these deceitful motherfucking efforts and calling on entities that they co-sign and that already pre-co-signed the police, like the fucking Rangers, like the ALEA, and whatever the analog is in your state to the Rangers type shit. Whenever the cops get caught up into some shit, right? And these organizations are basically a way that cops can stack the odds in their favor, even before the DA can really touch the case, which is what we see here. Ain't no charges on the cops yet, and they just put the dude on administrative leave. So the police are on code with deploying their support groups. Now, if you a nigga cop and you throw a white boy who's handcuffed into a steel toilet bowl and put him on life support, you're going to be charged immediately. If your hand in it is, and his life support is reflective of anything that's out of the ordinary, that's extreme or excessive in terms of the force you use or callous, your nigga ass is getting hit with charges. Day one. They not finna wait. So that's how it is. And the officers standing around just might beat your ass just for good measure. But the Rangers and groups like them, this white supremacist system uses them to create a false perception to the public of, oh, this case is so bad, Negroes. Well, I guess we'll have to get somebody higher up to look at this. If you need us to, Negroes, if you don't trust us. Sort of trying to play on the sentimentality of us with it, right? But they do that purposely for the media and these different outlets to pick it up and try to run bases with, try to blind you with transparency. Oh, transparency. Look at how transparent the cops are. Look at how good the cops are being, right? Now you're thinking about how noble the police are for shipping the case off to somebody else and not what the officer did. The heinous thing that they do. They're blinding people with fake transparency plays when these cops get caught up, and we can't fall for this shit. If it ain't an independently hired motherfucking investigator firm handling all these police force cases, these excessive police force cases, these police brutality cases, if it ain't an independently hired firm that we vet, that's pushing for like real justice in these cases, just know that it's a white supremacist vacuum justice that we'll be getting, which is in and of itself injustice. You see what I'm saying? And the lawyer for this brother, Mrs. Lewis, the lawyer for this brother, Mr. Jackson, she just needs to be prepared to run the Rangers through her legal process, since they have no doubt been called on to paint glitter and sparkles on the motherfucking cops in this situation. And just in general. So start pressing these folk, the Texas Rangers, the ALEAs, all these cop fail-safes. I looked up how to file a complaint against the Texas Rangers just for reference, and damn, absolutely nothing pops up, which is weird as hell. Then I keyed in lawsuits for the Texas Rangers. And oh boy, dozens of things came up. Dozens of things came up. So I'm like, okay, lawsuits. Okay, there we go. There we go. They had a couple cases, several cases, actually, a few cases that happened the last, I'll say a couple of years ago. This guy named David Armstrong, one of their Rangers, was driving double the speed limit in his cruiser, going 84 on a 45, basically double, hit a truck. The truck had ran a stop sign, and he hit the truck. He killed the driver. Let me put his ass up here so you can know. Here we go. He a nigga with the Ranger hat on. They all wear them goofy ass 10-gallon hats and shit. All right? But he killed the driver, and he was suspended. He didn't face no charges. He got what they call quietly reprimanded. Y'all hear me bring that term up in future posts. Quietly reprimanded. That's like a policy they do but real on code with white supremacy type shit. So the lawyers of the victim, that's who they jumped out, and it was like, man, hold up. You wouldn't have killed our family member if you was going the fucking speed limit, man. So they still on his ass. They sued him for that. He's under a lawsuit right now for that shit. David Armstrong, if y'all don't know, he's also the Texas Ranger they called on in the Amber Geiger case. The one who was the first Texas Ranger that they called when they said, we're going to report to the Texas Rangers this case where she went in and shot Bottom John in his house. He's the one they called, David Armstrong. And I was looking for who this motherfucker was. I heard people buzzing about, yeah, this is some coon ass nigga in the motherfucking Rangers that's over this Amber Geiger case, the lead investigator in this case. I was like, I'm trying to find out who this motherfucker is. Bam. Eventually found out who he is. David Armstrong, this motherfucker here. He was the one co-signing everything Amber Geiger had to say, co-signing all her fake ass narrative, parroting everything she was saying. Well, she said she didn't know where she lived. She said that this and that. She said she forgot what flow she was on. She said he was just parroting what she said, not offering no investigatory heft to the case. Just following her fucking stupid ass words. Her fucking lying ass, stupid ass, white ass words. Right? So it's that shit. They had a ranger out of Galveston County, or at least his case came down in Galveston County, named Brent Davis. Let me put his fucking face up. There you go. Motherfucker look like, shit, who he look like? Motherfucker look like somebody spared him in his top jaw, and that motherfucker just, he got the Denzel Washington on Mobile the Blues scar on that top motherfucking lip right there. I don't know what the fuck that shit is. I guess that's his lip. Motherfucker look like, shit. Motherfucker got a dent in his motherfucking top lip. But he don't even got no lip. That shit crazy. I don't even understand. But this Brent Davis character, a couple years ago also, he was fucking the wife of some dude that got killed. It was a high profile case. Some fellow, I forget his name. Dude got murked out in front of his house. Somebody shot him up sloppily. Did him real filthily. It was bad. And he was over the investigation of the wife of this man's murder. You know what I'm saying? He was over the investigation of this man's murder, whose wife he was fucking, right? He was fucking this man's wife. And he ain't seen nothing wrong with that shit. Like, how did that happen? I don't get that shit. He's over the motherfucking investigation. The motherfucker just got murked. And then how do you do that as a fucking ranger? You walk up to the chick like, yo, what's up, chick? Shit, the man, he dead over there. I know that's your man. You know we dead and shit. Shit, you see he dead, girl, so you need some of this dick stuck up in your back while he on the floor fucked up dead. And oh, well, girl, he is fucked up, girl. Girl, he wink, wink. Girl, they got him, girl. We got him. I mean, yeah, they sure did get him. Wink, wink. You know what I'm saying? So people's like, what the fuck happened, Brent? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck happened, Brent? Like, he was at the case, at the trial, had to throw all his testimony out because they found out he fucking the bitch. Like, his testimony ain't hold no weight. The attorney for the wife is all kind of suspiciously overhype about this shit. Like, y'all shouldn't be talking to her about this case. Y'all shouldn't be talking to her about this. This isn't a bad thing the ranger was doing, basically. And she's taking the attitude of, yeah, I'm fucking them, so what type shit. It was like, oh, okay, yeah, you fucking them, so what type shit, huh? So shit was crazy. And it was rumored that this Davis character helped the wife recover some proceeds from her husband's life insurance policy. So it's real seedy. I'm gonna say alleged, but saying that he's having a hand in what the life insurance policy looking like, and you just supposed to be investigating. That's an overstep of boundary. You understand? And that's what they came down on his ass about. So it's that type of shit. I pulled up all kind of other cases. There was a lot of internal lawsuits with the Texas Rangers. A lot of ranger on ranger lawsuits. Right? There was one 24-page, 25 plaintiff goddamn lawsuit. Rangers versus the Ranger shit I pulled up. And a bunch of, just all kind of shit. Sexual harassment lawsuits, ethics lawsuits. The Rangers do dirt, is what I'm saying. They are dirty. And all the other, whoever the fuck, the analogs, I want to say, to the Rangers and all these other states across the nation, they dirty too. They just don't get put on blast with they dirt. They get quiet reprimand. So for them to be trusted to do investigations of any sort, especially for them to have to judge police morals, that shit is a load of crock. That's a load of crock. So don't forget to sue. My point is, don't forget to sue the Texas Rangers. Miss Lewis, the lawyer for the brother Chester Jackson, because we know the Rangers are just a fail-safe when cops know that they're guilty of a crime and they need somewhere to hide. Race soldiers, they use the Rangers now as a way to get out in front of the potential jury pool with a white supremacist narrative of these anti-black crimes. You know, the Rangers, they just recently got put in this position, maybe like 4 years ago. So they recently got this added to their responsibility list of being the people who handle the higher up parts of the investigation. When the cops feel they've done something wrong, then they go run to the Rangers, hide behind the Rangers. That's only about 4 years old. They used to just do regular Ranger shit, like SWAT type shit, recon shit, all kind of border patrol shit. But this whole having morals and holding down a responsible, moral, ethical code when it comes to what the police do, that's new. That's new to the Rangers. That's a new responsibility out here. And we're seeing with the Amber Geiger case, and with this case too, we're gonna see, you know what I'm saying, what type of ethical heft they hold. I don't trust them. I don't trust them. When I see the police run to them, I automatically, it's a second nature to know that the police know they did wrong. So go get them. Go make sure they get sued. Make sure everybody start laying down the goddamn lawsuits. Is what I'm saying. Get this palm motherfucker off my screen. But anyway, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you know when I'm dropping. And I'm going to get at y'all.